One of the biggest things that is still, in my opinion, a problem in the home staging industry is articulating the importance and value of home staging to realtors. I feel like people still think that home staging is just a side gig, that is not a legitimate company. So let's talk about it. First and foremost, when you think about staging your staging company, and I would challenge you today, like, let's think about, where do you rate your home staging company? Would you give your out of 1 out of 10? Like, how professional, how serious, how committed are you to your home staging company? If it's greater than 7, this is definitely for you. And I want to tell you and share with you a very simple and free way to elevate your business's brand and to help articulate to realtors, brokers, home sellers the seriousness of home staging. So, one of the easiest ways for you to elevate your business, for people looking from the outside in to say, oh, this is a serious thing. This isn't just something she does on the weekend, even if you do it on the weekend, even if you do it while the kids are at school, or maybe this is just your side gig. But the important thing in home staging is that you go after it as the business that you want it to be, even if it's not quite there yet. So, the number one thing that you can do, first of all, think about your branding, okay? If you haven't committed to branding yet, that's no problem. Whatever you choose in the meantime, make it cohesive, make it neutral, and don't make it messy. For the love of everything good, don't make it messy. And here's why. When somebody, a realtor, a broker, a seller, whoever it is looking at your social media, and you're an adult who is professional, who offers a professional service that not only is going to help them, but it's also going to elevate their listing, the perceived value of the property. It's going to show buyers how to live in it. It's going to make a faster sell. In some cases, it will help the property sell for more money. When they're looking at what you're putting out, do you think that they're going to consider you a professional, serious company? And for most of my boss babes, there's no problem with this. They understand the assignment. But every now and then when I'm perusing Instagram or even Facebook, I'll stumble across a website or an Instagram page that is super messy and confusing. Structure is so important in the home staging industry. And I was thinking about this and I was like, there's so much similarity to how we talk about what staging does to also to talk about how to quote unquote stage your business and your social media pages. And so one of the main things that I used to love, and I still have it in some places, is script. Script is just like an added layer of luxury. It's just like something that just maybe catches the eye, but your whole copy on a graphic should never be script. Nor, in my opinion, should you have anything that represents, looks like, is similar to anything cartoonish. Because think about, what is cartoons? Cartoons are fun, funny. We watch them as what? children. Okay. So even thinking about holidays coming up, what are you going to post? You don't want to post anything that is childlike unless you specialize in staging children's rooms, or you work with somebody in that industry staging. Maybe it's a daycare, you work, you stage offices or businesses or whatever. Like, yes, obviously, but think about the day to day. The other thing I see staging businesses do is they are, bless staging business owners' hearts, I understand everything you're doing. The other thing that they're doing is they're just grabbing the template of the week off of Canva, not thinking about, is this my brand color? Is this my brand font? Does this represent my business? It's cool and trendy. And although your girl loves something that is cool and trendy, and that's why I love being in branding and social media, because I get to dabble in all of those things. But when it comes to building the home staging business that you love, and you want realtors, sellers, builders to love it as well, it needs to be built on a firm foundation, just like a house. It needs to have strong structural walls, just like a house is built. And how you do that is you just keep a cohesive look and feel. So today's challenge for you is to look at your Instagram. And if you have a picture of a teddy bear with a maybe Memorial Day weekend or something, if you have a teddy bear cartoon picture on your feed, just go ahead and archive that. You don't need it in the staging industry. Definitely take advantage of holidays, speaking to families. I mean, summertime, a lot of families are moving. And so you would want to use something on your social media that represents what you do and who you're talking to. I have another video that tells you how to speak your client's language. You should definitely watch that. But the simplest thing you can do is go through your Instagram, go out, sit on your patio, just look at it. Just close your eyes for a second and be like, I am not the person that's doing this social media, and I'm going to review it. I'm putting my realtor hat on, my seller hat on, builder, whoever your primary ideal client is, put their hat on. Step into those shoes just for a moment. Now, realtor, they want to see sold. So if at any time you have stats that you can post on your feed with a beautiful picture of the home that you staged that sold quickly, 5 days. I have a client who's so good at this. They're so good. They keep track like nobody's business. That's great. But look at the photos. Are they dingy? Are they out of focus? Did you not clean your camera lens and took a picture? If it's not a cohesive look and feel, just archive that. In my professional opinion, I would say less is more in the aspect of a messy social media feed. Now think about this. We all love restoration hardware. Think about if we walked into restoration hardware and nobody made the beds. They're all messed up. The pillows are everywhere. The accessories are just flung about on the bookcases. People aren't paying attention to you. But then when you see an item that you're actually interested in, it's way outside of your price range. And you don't understand why, because it looks like somebody rummaged through the store. Well, first of all, we know that would never happen at Restoration Hardware. But we all know the reputation and what to expect and the elegance and the vibe and all of that. You know what you're getting and you know why you want to be there. You want to go to Restoration Hardware for an elevated look and feel. It all makes sense, right? So when people come to your Instagram feed and they look at your feed, do you want them to be confused? Do you want it to be dark and dingy and bad photos? Here's the thing, you don't have to hire the photographer. All you have to do is clean your lens. Make a mental note. Get a little cleaner thing, put it in your pocket, put it, if you have a phone case, put it in your phone case, and it takes 2 seconds to get a decent image for your social media. If you want to add a layer to that, get a filter. Invest in getting a filter for all your photos so they're cohesive. And then go through your feed, and anything that's not serving the look and feel of your brand, anything that's not articulating that staging matters. Staging is one of the most important parts of the listing. No realtor should list a home without either doing a consultation with a home stager, can I get an amen, and or doing a vacant stage or occupied stage. If they don't, they are literally missing out on dollars in their pocket. And you want to show them how you can turn something in from mediocre into marvelous, right? Like how you can take something that has potential but make it perfection. And the term I like to use is we add layers of luxury to your listing. And if that's what your phrase is, then that's what your feed needs to articulate. And it doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg, doesn't have to be all of that. It's just a few certain steps. So I hope that was helpful for you today. I am such a firm believer in home staging, and I love real estate, and I love that I can marry the two and speak to my realtor friends on the importance of home staging and speak to my stager friends on how to show up ready to present the amazing things that the home staging industry does. What we do, what you do as home stagers, the value that you can give in helping them sell faster and a lot of times for more money. So that's your homework. After you watch this, get you a glass of wine, maybe a stiff drink. I don't know what that is for you, but just review your feed. And if it's not elegant, don't worry about it. You can always build up. Remove anything that is kid-like, messy, not soothing, not professional. And we can talk later on other videos on how to show up in a certain way. But at least for today, let's just review our feeds and remove what doesn't belong there. And most important, go boldly, boss babe, and build that business you love.